Jar Jar, you are wrong, man. No, that is not the best Pixar movie, and I'm about to tell you why. So, if you're joining me today, you're in for a good time because me and Jar Jar just had a wonderful chat of, I don't know if it's 29 or 30. Is Pixar hit 30 films yet? Probably Toy Story 5 would be a great 30, 30 years for 30 movies. Called it. All right, guys, get your coffees ready because we got a lot of stuff to talk to today. And start your morning with a wonderful, perfect day. I just threw myself out there, but that's okay. Anywho, guys, let's get into it. We're going to dive into 29, 30 Pixar films. I'm going to rank them. You're going to hate me for it. So, if you haven't seen all the Pixar films, this is probably not the movie for you. I believe I've seen them all. There might be one that I got a little bit of exception on. Yeah, I haven't seen Hoppers. So Hoppers is on this list. I haven't seen it. But we're going to jump into it, guys. So let's start with the first Pixar movie, Toy Story. It was all created basically from Buzz and Woody's perceptions as toys have came alive. It's a great story. It's a fun time. They gave an emotional twist to animated objects and kind of revolutionized the game, changed the game. Was it the whole relationship with the different CEO at the time? I don't know. We'll see. Apple, Steve Jobs, I'm sure you guys all played a big part of this. I don't know the backstory of the tech side, but I do know the wonderful story they presented. And I'm not going to rank it yet because I know you want to know where Toy Story stands on my list. Instead, we're going to go to Toy Story 2. Gotcha. Yeah, so if your name is Paulina, got you today. Ha! Let's go into it. Toy Story 2, though. They open up, add some new characters. You get Bullseye. Great character. You get Jessie, beloved character. You get Al's Toy Barn. That's pretty cool. You get to see this chunky monkey that owns a Toy Story. Typical? I don't know. That's what I would look like if I owned a Toy Story because it would be freaking awesome and I would just sit around and eat donuts all day. But Toy Story 2, we all know it's a good time. And if you disagree, throw in the comments why because Toy Story 2 is wonderful. But the story doesn't end there. We know Toy Story's continuing. We know we're getting Toy Story 5 this summer, and it's going to be hopefully good and a banger blockbuster sequel. We'll see. But Toy Story 3, guys, it's funny. You got Lotso, probably the greatest stuffed animal you ever made because it smells if you have a Lotso. You know what I mean. It's got that nostalgic strawberry scent that never goes away like a strawberry shortcake doll. Never had a strawberry shortcake doll, but my wife did, and it still smells. So, there we are. Toy Story 3, they give the dynamic of daycare system and basically showing the different toys in different rooms. Being like, here's the older kids, they're a little bit more nice. Here's the younger kids. Good luck, you're going to get what you get. You might pop off a leg today. But it's wonderful. They throw Barbie in there really well. There's a lot of good, great dynamics of the characters, and it's also a good time. And if you think differently, you're not a Toy Story fan because it's a good time. Toy Story 4. Remember seeing it like yesterday in the movie theaters, but that was a long time ago when you really think back. Puts a different spotlight on, the whole relationship with Woody and Bo Peep. You thought those characters were gone and now they're coming back. You're in a different environment. You're kind of more in the real world and you're on like a traveling destination, right? It's a different spin. It's a wonderful movie. I love that movie, but I'm going to be honest, I kind of think it's just a little bit messy compared to the past 4 Toy Stories. This is going to set the bar, though, for kind of messy now because Toy Story 4 is a great movie. You got Duke Kaboom, great character, loved it. Reminded me so much of Johnny Knoxville, basically. It should have been Johnny Knoxville. Casting miss, but that's okay. It's a great movie, guys. And that's all I got to say about it. Bug's Life. It's been a while since I've seen Flick, I'm going to be honest. I remember it being hilarious back in the day. You got the angry grasshopper Hopper wanting to take over, steal the queen's food, everything like that. Man, Bug's Life is great. For that to be the second movie and you literally took my representation of bugs as a kid, essentially, because when you're a kid, bugs are having the greatest time in the world in their little underground cities, and this shows it to you. I mean, there's a little bit of starvation and fear of other predators, aka other bugs, bigger bugs, but it's cool, and I think it is a good time. Monsters, Inc. Everyone loves Boo, everyone loves Sully, everyone loves Mike Wazowski, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, that's a spotlight film. That is a great movie. You take the idea of kids being scared of the dark, kids scared of the closet monster, the kid on the monster under the bed, and you make it into a movie that has such a good story and such a good meaning. It's about, geez, it's just about perception. I mean, you can take it for whatever you want to, but I really think it's about perception and how, one thing that's scary for one person might not be scary for another, because Boo goes into the world and she's not terrified of monsters. And as you get older, you're not terrified of monsters. And I love the story. It is so good that they made Monsters University a prequel. A lot of people haven't seen this movie, but I'm going to be honest, guys. Hall of Fame. Akuza Macaba, because we are okay. Guys, Monsters University is so good. So many people do not tell me they have seen it, and they are missing out. It is by far better than Monsters, Inc. I understand it can't exist without Monsters, Inc. And understand it is a prequel, so there's a lot more room to open up the story. Woo! I love it. I love it. I love the little monster guy with the legs, and he can, throw him up in the air like you. It's great. Wonderful movie. She's like the president of the school. I can't think of the exact word right now. The dragon lady, right? Super terrifying. It's so good. And you get the feeling of you're going to college. It's a kid's film, but there are adult vibes hitting in there. And I just love it, guys. Absolutely banger, Disney. If you helped write this or any participation in the cast or credits, Monsters University, top tier. All right. Finding Nemo. Hi there, Brucey. That's a tough one because I don't want to throw everything in a good time, but it is a good time. If you didn't like Finding Nemo back in the day, because if you were in school back in the day, probably in middle school or elementary, every time they rolled that card in, Finding Nemo was going to be in that card for the longest time. I think I saw it too many times that it's not as good to me today, but it holds up so well. Kids still love it. If you've had a kid and they've never seen it, get and watch Finding Nemo. They're going to stay eyes glued to it. It is a great story. Dory in that, wonderful character. And all around the story is just wonderful. You take oceanic creatures and apply it to real world settings and then tie it to adulthood and fatherhood. Great story, guys. Great story. Let's go ahead and knock out Finding Dory, though. Finding Dory had huge expectations. At first, I would say it's kind of messy. The more and more I think about it, even though I know it had to do so good at the box office, it had so much writing on it, so much momentum going into it, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of a flop. And here's my argument why it's a flop. There's not another Finding Nemo movie since that. I think it just did not get the fan perception that they wanted it. The octopus character is really cool. I got an ornament with him holding like coffee. It's great. The whole mammal joke, sorry, not the mammals, the speaking well jokes with Dory were great. Speaking porpoise, whatever you want to call it. I think it was a beluga whale, to be honest. But it's a great, interesting story. I think they really tried. I just don't think it landed. I don't think Dory needed to be the center focus. I think she always needed to be the side character. And that's just where it didn't hit for me. But anywho, let's jump into Incredibles. Disney's basically first animated, if there's one product, let me know, maybe Robin Hood, debatable, superhero movie, right? The bad guys beating up the good guys. I love it! Ooh! Oh man, that's tough. It's definitely Spotlight territory, but it might be Hall of Fame territory because every time I watch Incredibles 1, love it. It is so good. Violet, my daughter's name's Violet, so that's cool. There's a character my daughter's named after. Just thought about that. You got baby Jack. Edna Mode, one of the top tier greatest characters of all time now. She's got a few closing lines, but gosh, that movie is so good. Wow, we getting phone calls like, man, calm down. We're doing stuff. Pump the brakes, fellas. But, all right, Incredibles 2. There are themes in Incredibles 2 that I love. And I think the whole, the screensaver villain, it could have been portrayed different. And I think it would have been better. But what I love about Incredibles 2 is you get to see more superheroes. You get to see more unique powers and talents from an animated perspective, from a Disney vibe. Mrs. Incredible, though, is a lot more focused in this movie. I think I would have rather focused more on the kids. And I'm going to be honest, Incredibles 2 is kind of messy. I'm looking forward to Incredibles 3, and I think Incredibles 3, they're going to nail it. It's going to be probably one of their biggest blockbuster movies ever. It's going to crash the market. It's going to be $2 billion. Go ahead and say it. Incredibles 3, $2 billion. It's hitting $2 billion. Probably first time for animated film. But Incredibles 2, while there are great themes and elements that they can build on Incredibles 3, it is not my top choice to sit down and watch today. So, let's do it, guys. Cars 1. If you haven't seen Cars 1, it will change your life. I've been trying to convince one of my buddies now to watch it for a very long time. So if you're that buddy, make sure you hit that like button because you know who you are. You need to watch Cars 1 first. It's going to change your life. You are going to be the most amazing person in the world after you watch Cars 1. I know for a fact. You're going to shine. Whatever your plateau was, you're shooting up. So, if you haven't seen Cars 1, great story. It's the whole dynamic. I'm not a NASCAR fan. I'm not a Cars fan. Did it woo me over and win me over? A little bit biased here because my kid was super into it when he was really, really young. And then we watched it 20 times. But every time I'm like, it's a pretty good movie. It's catchy songs. Cast is great. Owen Wilson's just wonderful. Just throwing it out there. Wonderful voice for literally Lightning McQueen. The cars, how they make the Miatas and they're the fan ladies, it's it's really well thought out, real clever of how well they adapt into a human world. Cars, because they're cars, and it works so good. Great. Woo! Spotlight. And I got a reason why it's in Spotlight, and you'll get to that in Cars 3. But let's go ahead and knock out Cars 2. If you've stomached Cars 2 and you've made it through the whole movie, congratulations. Because if that's not a flop, I don't know what is. You tried to make the whole international circuit theme, okay, but you didn't put much money in it. You gave Larry the Cable Guy some great Mater jokes. I'm not gonna lie, but this story is terrible. The story is so typical. It's why are we even watching this? They're gonna target the fuel. There's this secret agent movie going in the side. You needed to focus on the circuit or you needed to focus on the secret agent. You didn't need to blend them together. It didn't work for me. I can see the argument of saying they were trying something new. It just felt cheap. The jokes weren't there. The cast weren't there. The world wasn't there. It felt cheap. Let's pump the brakes though. Cars 3. You totally redeemed yourself. Totally redeemed yourself. The more I watch Cars 3, the more I realize it might be the best Pixar movie you've ever made. But it only happens because you made Car 1. Because you have the whole story of growing old and giving someone else an opportunity at the same time. And it nails it. Go watch Cars 3. Don't be like, I only saw the first one. It's good. I love it. No, watch Cars 3. I don't even want to spoil it, but Cruz is a wonderful character. I have a really good theory of what Cars 4 could be, and it would just blow it out the park. Disney, call me, I'll write it for you, we'll chat. But Cars 3 is up there. They put so much thought behind the villain. If you want to call him a villain, he's just a young racer. Anywho, go watch it. Please watch Cars 3. It's so good. All right, Ratatouille. If you didn't watch Ratatouille and go make Ratatouille, you're missing out because Ratatouille is a dish. Voila. Whew. I think Ratatouille is just a signature good time. I think they took a story of someone that wanted to be a chef, interested in the whole food industry, and they threw a Disney spin on it with a mouse, and it landed. I guess he's a rat. But it landed so good. The whole idea of him controlling them in the head, cooking wonderful recipes and everything like that, and having a story that just makes sense within that industry. So good. Disney, you nailed it. I honestly want to drop some of these movies already on a good time because Ratatouille, you're really in between Spotlight and a good time. If you make a Ratatouille 2, I'm showing up to movie theaters and watching it because I can't wait to see what you can do. Let's jump into WALL-E. Spotlight. No questions about it. If you've watched WALL-E, you realize that this isn't just a movie. It is a story that the American culture needs to understand before doom is inevitable. And wow. I don't know if you would consider it dark because it's not dark. It's a robot and society crashing. So yeah, I guess it's kind of dark from a bigger glimpse. But there's no dark moments. I would Yeah, I guess there's a few times there's a little okay. Robots, robot darkness fighting. Okay. But anywho, it's good. It teaches a great message for society that needs to be seen more. Like it should literally be a requirement as an adult in America to go watch Wally because I don't want to pick up your trash that you threw out your window, which then is going to crash society. And as we keep getting lazier and lazier, our health it's just going to crash. So stay healthy, go eat some food, eat some fruit, guys, vegetables, do all of that stuff. Go outside, take a walk. Listen to me while you're walking. That's a great idea. Coffee in one hand, walking on the other feet. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so, woo, go watch Wall-E. Brave. Oh, man, I don't know where to rank Brave. I'm going to throw it at kind of messy. It's not a film for me, but I could see it a film for you or for your kids. It's nothing bad with Brave. It is just out of this list of movies, it's one I'm not going to just kind of go turn on the TV. Out of all these movies, it would probably be pretty low if I had to watch every movie and I got to pick what the order was. It would be kind of near the end, unless if I was saving some good stuff at the end. But Meredith's cool. The family story is great. The whole changing into the animals it's cool. I guess there's a little bit of cultural vibes in there, but I'm not too familiar with that culture to know if they're actually accurate. It's okay, guys. It's not like the stand-up best movie of the year. That's all I'm saying. Up. Woo! Up is sad. Man, you make it to the first 5 minutes and don't drop a tear, you're good. I think Up has got to be a spotlight because you have taken a elder character and made him beloved. And if you can tell me one other animated elder character in the next 10 seconds without Googling it, that is cooler than Carl, I'll be impressed. So drop that down in the comments because I can't think of a single one. Unless if you think of like Master Splinter, but that's not Disney. So we got to stay in the Disney bubble here. Whew, so you got Russell. Doug's okay. I love Doug Days on Disney. If you haven't seen Doug Days, it's like 5 minutes long. It's really funny. Doug in the show, in the movie, it's like, it's okay. Doug in the show it's great. It's wonderful. You got Kevin, the cool bird, the cool story. You get Paradise Island. You have the really sad moments up front, but the story ends on a high note, and it takes you through an emotional roller coaster. It's great. I love it. Whoever wrote that, you know what? I'm bumping. It's going Hall of Fame. It's not even a spotlight. Let's be honest. If you watched Up and didn't think it was absolutely outstanding, you're wrong. It's Hall of Fame. That should be like the one that you get like every single award for because it's more than a story as well. But it's also the funnest story and it's comedic. It's good. It's really good, guys. Inside Out. Kind of messy. I'm not an Inside Out fan. I said it. I watched the first one. I wasn't impressed. Didn't get the hype. I know it's probably like the top box office out of all of these. I didn't get the hype in Inside Out 1. I don't know. I don't know if I watched it at a bad time in life or if I just wasn't in a good mood that day. I really don't think I've seen it twice. As sad as that is, Inside Out just it doesn't hit. And Mindy, as much as I love her in The Office, she didn't really hit for me. And I know there's some like backlash in the story of like I don't know. She doesn't work for me. Some of those characters, I don't know what to say other than it's just not for me. If you love Inside Out, throw down in the comments why, because I don't get it. But Inside Out 2, I like the age that it's, Riley is. I think I can remember more about my life at that age, and I can understand the emotions, and the new emotions a little bit better. That Inside Out 2 is more enjoyable, and it hits at the end. By the end of that movie, it hits from a fatherhood, motherhood, getting older standpoint that I think it does a great story, and understand it can't do that without Inside Out 1. So, Inside Out 2, it's up there. It's a good time. Am I begging to watch it every day? No, but it is a good time, and I love the I don't know what you call the elephant guy, but he's like the imaginary elephant guy. And I love that story. And the Inside Out TV show of where they're doing like bad dreams, that might be better than both movies. Let's just be honest. I wish that was on the ranking here because that is hilarious. And I feel like it's almost like a version of like the Studio. If you watched Apple Studio with Seth Rogen, it's almost like that. But if you said, hey, in the Inside Out world, this is kind of what that would look like. Go watch the TV show. It's really good. It's underrated. I've never heard of anyone watching it in a very long time. Good Dinosaur. Sorry, flop. Just terrible. The whole scene, getting in the water, the dad falling in. Oh man, it just doesn't hit. It's not like Lion King, how the dad gets got very early. It just doesn't hit, and it's not funny. It's bad. If you enjoy The Good Dinosaur, you probably don't like anything on my list. You probably don't agree with one single thing. It's 100% a flop for me. Now, Coco Hall of Fame, no questions. I love Coco. The music in Coco, so good, so good. You got me un poco na coco na loco. The world, man, I love it. The way that they tell Day of the Dead from a story viewpoint, and then of a family cultural experience, and how Miguel just wants to be the musician, and Dante shows up as the Ali Libre. I can't even say the words, but it's so good. I love Coco. Love Coco. I want more representation of Coco in the parks, Disney, so I don't know what you got to do it. It's not that I want to meet Miguel. I just want to walk down the streets. It's so beautiful. When you walk over that bridge going into the Day of the Dead world, so good. Onward. Oh, Onward. I love Onward, and I love the world of Onward. It hit at the worst time inside any world with COVID situation. It did not get the representation it needed. I'm going to put it as a spotlight, though, and I'm going to say this because you probably haven't watched Onward, and I'm talking to you because you haven't, because I'm going to tell you right now, go watch it. It's good. If you're not a Chris Pratt fan, don't worry. It's Barley is going to, your voice, you'll blend into everything. I don't care. It's really good. It's a fun story. If you like games, D&D, nostalgic, nerdy type stuff, go watch Onward. It's such a good, fun story. Very clever how they take that world and make it, this is what it would be like if it was really just the full world and there wasn't humans. This is what you would be if magic was lost. It's good. It's good. It's well done. I hate that it hit during COVID kind of era and it just didn't get to go to the movie theaters. And it's probably that movie that kind of changed Pixar for a while. I would say Pixar kind of dipped down from a box office after that. So let's go on to Soul. Soul is fun. It doesn't land, though. It is fun watching it through. So I'm going to throw kind of messy. It is good. You watch Soul, you're going to feel good. You're going to appreciate it. You're going to enjoy it. But you're probably never going to turn it back on again. And that is where I view Soul. I don't know where they missed in the story, but it seems like if they would have made a few changes, this could have been an even bigger movie than what it was. It's kind of messy. We're going to just end it at that. I didn't think it got a theatrical release. If you saw Soul in theaters, let me know. I think that went straight to streaming. So, Luca! Good time. I got to go back and think, too, did Luca get a box office release? I don't think it did. But everyone was quoting Luca for a good 4 weeks, at least when it hit streaming. And it is good. It is fun. And I think it's a missed opportunity. If you gave more money to Luca with how well we can animate water today and built that world and story of, hey, here's the mermaid-esque creatures. Guess what? There's also these creatures, and you kind of touch maybe vampires, the vampires, and that would be really fun. A vampire community built in the world, and it's not so much Luca. So maybe I think at the end of the movie, two of them are going to school, or one of them. I can't remember if it's just Alberto or two of them. I'd have to go back and watch, but maybe he's studying about vampires. So, you get a little catch up of everyone in Luca, and then you go see what he's studying, and that's kind of what opens the book and starts a movie of the vampires or whatever fantasy creature. It could be so fun to see another tell. I would look forward to a sequel to Luca. You don't have to call it Luca, but you could say within the same world. You give it a world. It's a good time. Go watch Luca. Your kids, if you have kids, they're gonna love it. They're going to quote it. It's easy to understand. It's great. Turning Red. Okay, back in the day, I would give Turning Red kind of messy. It didn't hit for me. The style didn't hit for me. The music wasn't catchy at first. But if you watch it a second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh and eighth time, it's a good time. I hate to say it because it is a little bit of a story, probably not for the typical younger audience, because there's some themes in there that it could be questioning depending, your your situation and stories and stuff like that. But I think it's good. It gets better. It grows on me. It keeps growing on me that eventually that could honestly be a spotlight film, and you'd be like, "What? You're putting Turning Red as a spotlight film?" Maybe in the future. I don't want a sequel though. I just think it's a good story and it takes May and it shows that character, that age, the things she's dealing with, and they put the Disney twist on it. And it's a story about friends and everything like that. If they made a sequel to Turning Red, I think you would have to do a male perspective, and call it Turning Blue, or not blue, but change the color or something like that. I think that could be a very interesting and exciting story. But Turning Red, the more you watch it, it's gonna grow on you. That's all I got to say about that. Lightyear. Woo! Did we think that was gonna be a Hall of Fame? It's not. It's not. It's not spotlight. It's not a good time. It's not even messy. It shouldn't even be considered a flop. It's just terrible. This is probably the worst Pixar film that I've ever seen in theaters. I was so hyped to see this. I thought we were gonna get the Star Wars, the Luke, the Darth Vader story, right? I'm your father, or Luke, I'm your father, or whatever the phrase is, but through the Buzz Lightyear, and they missed the opportunity. And they showed us the same scenes over and over again about him trying to do something. It's just getting older and it's getting more boring. Every time we see it, you're not doing anything different. The story was so boring. Woo! If I could, I would throw it off this list. I'm just throwing it out there. It's absolutely the worst Pixar movie, no question. It's terrible. I will never watch it again. Yeah, you guys messed up there. I don't know who gave the green light for that, but flop. Elemental Spotlight. And you're thinking, what? It didn't even do that good at the box office. But if you watch Elemental and you really focus and watch it a second, third time, it's such a good story. It's almost like teaching a story about diversity with love and family at the same time. And it's well done. That world is well thought out. That is the Pixar level world right there. They put so much thought and detail in everything going on behind the scenes, like the sporting event with the clouds and just the world and the navigation. I want to see more Elemental. I don't know if we're getting an Elemental 2. I think its perception is continuously getting better and better. I don't think it did that well at the box office. I don't think it was like a terrible flop, but I don't think it did what they thought they were going to do. I'd have to check. I think it was like 300 million, but I would need to really check. I think if you built on the Elemental world and you could make some characters that were a little bit more friendly from a merchandise standpoint, or you got to nail the merchandise game for Elemental Disney. I think that's what's making this movie not a top tier movie. If you could have figured out a way to merchandise these characters better, or if you would have changed the design of the characters just a little bit to merchandise them better, I think this would be a top tier movie because the world and story, wonderful. Character design is not bad. I get the character design for what they have to tell in the story, but it feels like the water guy's like Osmosis Jones, and then like that bugs me. And the Flame Girl, like you could have just did her design different, and I don't know what the answer is to that. But I don't think we nailed the design for the characters off start that limited us from a merchandising standpoint and where this like kind of lands in like the whole world and everything like that. But I would say spotlight film. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's great. Elio. I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen the last 10 minutes of Elio. So I'm going to go with kind of messy. It's good at first. It's really good at first. It's that story, the kid's lost his family. And he's living with someone that it's not that he's interrupting their life, but it was an unexpected arrival for whoever has to take care of them. And I'm sure this is a story that's relatable to a lot of people as, maybe they get passed around from guardians in events in their life that are very sad and depressing happen. From the kid's perspective, it's completely different. And I think adults in society kind of forget that. And I thought that was going to be the story. And it is the story. And the kid's got a passion with alien life, and he contacts alien life, and, it's the whole I'm your leader story. And he's not, and he knows that, but he views it as better than kind of where he was at in life and society. And it's a dark story. I haven't seen the last 10 minutes. Maybe it turns. And it's a tough story. It's very messy, though. The way that they presented the story, I think they could have made some few changes in the story. And maybe tried to push less topics, less political and social topics. And I think this would be an out-of-the-park movie. I think the design would have worked. I'm a little sick of humanoid characters because it seems like that's what we're getting over and over again. I want, more toys or cars or something just out of the blue. Other than humanoid characters, but you get some aliens in there. Alien designs are fun. They're not peak. They're not the best in the world. It's a good movie. If you turned it on though, and you make it all the way through without pausing, I give it to you because that was the struggle for me. It was much a watch pause, watch pause. Haven't finished. I get the story. I thought the story was going to be better, and it kind of just let me down. That's where it is. Hoppers, I can't judge it, guys. I can't judge Hoppers. I wish I could. I haven't seen it. I need to go see it. I will see it, and then we'll talk about it. Will it be till it gets on Disney Plus? I don't know. I need to go support the theaters, but I might not. But last but not least, and sorry that fan's turning on, so audio might be a little bit weird right now. But Toy Story, you guys know, Toy Story is a Hall of Fame. Without Toy Story, we didn't talk about this last 29 films. Toy Story is so great. It's so iconic. I have, through my life, so many Toy Story shirts. I support Toy Story through ornaments, through shirts as an adult. I want to go on Toy Story rides. I want the Disney World, Hollywood Studios, Toy Story Land to be better. I want more stuff there. Toy Story is iconic. It will always be iconic. Is it because they got to do the story first and they had the technology? Maybe, but they did it so well. Everyone, if you haven't seen Toy Story, I would be surprised. I would be willing to bet that is the one film that nobody has not seen on this list. It is that good, and it is such a staple in time of where we were improving with life and everything like that. Love Toy Story. Oh man, the amount of times you just you probably quote Toy Story in your life more than any other movie, and you don't even realize it or think about it, but it's good. To infinity and beyond. And that's it, guys. So I hope you like this style video. Kind of new for me. Still working on the studio bit and everything like that. But drop it down in your comments. What's your Hall of Fame movies? Give me 5-6 movies that's in your Hall of Fame list. Throw it down in the comment because I would like to know why. And if you disagree with anything, share your thoughts. Want to see it, guys. But anywho, Danny's out, guys. And slap.